days that we chill and relax. Where did the time go? It all passed, now I need to go back. I had no worries but always had plans. Only thing I did was pick out the trash. Now it's much harder to laugh, hard to get up and then work on my craft. I need inspiration, don't need no validation. No more medication, just try some meditating. I don't need you to save me, feel like all of you hate me. Everything's been so hard with all the situations lately. I just need to numb the pain for a minute. I just wanna run away on vacation. I don't know what else to say now. I just need to numb the pain. Well, maybe I'm done, maybe I've lost. Still putting up a fight because I love my mom, I love my family. When I was young, they would all look after me. I don't know why, but I feel like a burden. I spend my life overthinking my purpose. Can't really cry, I'm so used to the hurt. Trauma creeps up at me at the wrong moment. Oh, I just wanna numb the pain for a minute. I just wanna run away on vacation. I don't know what else to say now. I just need to numb the pain. To numb the pain for a minute. I just wanna run away on vacation. I don't know what else to say now. I just need to numb the pain.
Like you, be strong to hold the powers of the sun. Dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one, only one. I was an ordinary boy until I broke the rules. My life destroyed, life destroyed.
Hello, hello. Mic check 1, 2. Checking on the audio. Let me just minimize this. I'm trying to check to see how can I connect to my other mic. Yes, hello, hello, Classic. Welcome to the stream. Megadong, nice to see you again, Megadong. Hey, Galaxy, what up, what up, what up? Okay, so I guess they're all, I guess everyone's all here. Let me just double check something. It's been a while since I have used this platform. Just click on this. Okay, let me try this. Can you guys hear me clearly? Is this much more better sounding? Is it better sounding? My goodness, it's been a while since I've been in your stream. Yeah, exactly. Where have you been, Classic? Okay, I think it's sounding better right now. Let me just catch up with the chat. He does Pokemon? Yeah, I actually did Pokemon for a while. And then I got so busy that I can't even play my Nintendo Switch. Can you believe that or not? Yeah, okay, clear? Alright, that is super. Very super. Alright, let me just double check on the whole thing. Welcome, how are you, each and every one of you? High school is giving you so much trouble? Oh man, if you think high school is giving you so much trouble, you are really in it for a ride when you become a proper adult. Hello everyone, this is KID Enderman bringing you all another live stream review. This time we're going to be taking a look at, let me just remove the particular browser setting. Let me just remove this background for a bit, and there you go. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Omega Rangers, the Boom Comics exclusive versions. I can't remember which shop, or I think it's a Hasbro Pulse exclusive. Yeah, it could be a Hasbro Pulse exclusive. So, since it's a Hasbro Pulse exclusive, when it does come to Malaysia, it is much more expensive. It is more expensive. Much more is, it's a very bad grammar-ish kind of thing. Oh, wow. Let's just check out the particular chat, shall we? Let's just see here. On your first sem, you've already done it with the whole uni. Yeah. You're already done with the whole uni. Wow. Well, congratulations, Galaxy. Congratulations on the graduation. I have been checking out your Instagram stories. You're slowly leveling up. So, keep right at it. You can tell PTA meeting is tomorrow and card giving day. Oh, wow. Classic. You really gotta, up your numbers, up your results. You can't really slack in terms of your particular education. But all the best in that, and good luck with your PTA meeting tomorrow as well. So hopefully your parents, they are not that hard on you. You got 5 sems left. Well, 5 semesters, so give or take maybe a couple more years. So what kind of course are you taking actually, Galaxy? I don't think I checked with you and the rest of the gang in the Discord itself. You do? You really do? Yeah, math do be complicated. I mean, math is like, in a way, simple. You just gotta show your work. So, like 2 plus 2 is 4 minus 1, that's 3. Quick math. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, at work, but you're still watching the stream? Oh, thank you so much, Megadon. Thank you. So hopefully I don't distract you so much from the stream. But I believe we have been at it for about 9 minutes or so. So I guess it's been Lonely in the Figurine Exhibition. Wait, are you at the that figurine exhibition thing? That should be about the Tamashii Nations that's currently going on in Malaysia right now. Algebra sucks. I honestly don't remember what algebra is, but I think I kind of passed that particular subject itself. It's making your brain smaller and smaller. Well, you gotta, okay, figuring exhibition in the DeadX server. Yeah, okay. I'll share more pictures when I have the time in there itself. Classic, you gotta, if you do more math, your brain, the math is actually there just to exercise your brain, help you with your thinking power itself. So if you have a good thinking cap, or if you have a good thinking power, math is the main way to go. But I guess we are in it for about 10 minutes or so I guess it will be good for us to check out what's inside this particular box. So currently my voice might sound a little bit louder-ish because I'm slowly approaching the particular mic itself. But this one is the main box for the Omega Rangers. You know, you have some nice box art for the Omega Rangers. They are basically comic exclusive type of characters. Let's decrease the light here for a bit. So over here we do have Jason. He used to be the Mighty Morphin Red Ranger. Zack, we have Trini, and then we have Kia. Kia, however, you know, slowly might, spoiler alert, might turn evil in the comics. Might. So but it's kind of nice that we actually do get Kia in this particular set, and maybe in the future we might get her replacement as well. Let's just double check on this here. Is this a lasting for the Lightning Collection? I think so. For Malaysia we haven't actually gotten the Minotaur, Rita Repulsa, and probably a few more figures. I still haven't gotten my Astro Megazord yet, so you know, hopefully I get that for Christmas. That would be a very nice Christmas present, although I am paying for it, so I guess it's a Christmas present for myself. I do still have a few more figures here as a backlog. I still have a few more things to basically review, but you know, just slowly take my time at it since the Lightning Collection is going to be on pause. Let's see your particular math question. 2x minus 3x times 5y 7y. Are you sure this is the correct thing? Are you sure this is the correct type of question? Am I supposed to find something? Yeah. Kia is now Dragon's Blue Ranger in the comics. Oh, that is interesting. I actually haven't, you know, checked with the comics in a while. Math is there just to make the final exam more suspenseful. You really want a cat as a Blue Ranger? I think everyone else, I think all of us actually do want the cat as a proper Blue Ranger. Expand the law if she becomes evil, you know. Oh wow, the new Real Great Epion Gundam. That's actually quite awesome. Oh man, building Gundams. I am currently building a model kit right now, but I still need to build other model kits too. At the side of the box, we do get the other four, the four Rangers and their helmet forms. You know, you do have red, you do have yellow, you do have black, and then you have blue. These are actually meant to be like elemental type of Rangers, if I'm not mistaken. So, correct me if I'm wrong. So, blue, of course, is water. Yellow, of course, is earth. Red would probably be fire, and then black would be wind or air, right? That's what the comics is, because I don't recall. I can't remember what they were in the comics itself. But yeah, here's the back shot of the four particular Rangers alongside with their accessories. The main accessories that we'll most likely be covering, or the most likely that we'll be seeing, is that every Ranger does come with an extra set of hands. Either they have weapon holding hands, and then they have fists, they have their signature weapon, and then they have their effect pieces. These effect pieces, you know, some of them are a repeat of our old use of our older type of effect pieces that we're basically used to seeing, and some of them are actually quite new. At first I thought this particular effect piece is an old one, the one that came with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but I think after looking at it for a short while, I don't think it actually is. You know, correct me if I'm wrong. This one is the same type of effect piece that we got from Astronomer, so that is, nothing surprising itself. But afterwards, we also do get this particular side of the box, which just shows you the Omega Rangers. So, I guess without further ado, it is time for us to crack this thing open and take a look at what's inside. Let's just double check here. Yeah, okay, yep, okay. I guess the elemental guesses that I have is actually quite good. Those stickers will be nice. Yeah, those stickers are nice. If you are very good at customizing, you can take one old chain that you have and then replace it with the plastic chain, and then, you know, you get yourself some even better type of sickles for the Black Omega Ranger. There's also a Gold Omega Ranger, but I forgot what his element was. Yeah, I honestly don't remember what the Gold Ranger's element was. All I know is the Death Ranger. Yeah, I remember back when Legacy Wars released the Death Ranger themselves, then they called the Death Ranger a he. They didn't really use the correct pronouns. I'm not used to using correct pronouns itself, so, you know, try not to say the wrong pronouns. Just call it they, them. yeah, I don't think I'm going to be talking much about the Gold Omega Ranger in the stream, otherwise I might be accidentally, mispronouncing his pronouns. How's the balancing in Legacy Wars right now? I honestly speaking, I actually haven't played Legacy Wars in a while. Even though I, subscribe to the Power Pass, it's just so I can get the skin, and sometimes I would be so tired at the end of the day and not being able to, open up the particular game to play. So I'm not too sure how the meta is right now, but based on the particular balance notes, the balance notes does show you a lot of meta characters. They have been nerfed. Yeah, and Aeon has been ninja nerfed. So it's gonna be exciting. So of course, this is how the inside of the box look like. You do have all the 4 rangers over here, and then afterwards you have their accessory packs right there. So in the accessory packs, we just basically have to remove this particular plastic. As usual, I have already taken a look at all of these particular rangers. So let's just slowly crack them open and take a look. Yeah, as I slowly approach the particular mic, my voice might sound, even louder than it already is. There we go for yellow, and then here we go for black. And let's just slowly push them out from the bottom. Okay, so black would be here. Let's hope I don't rip out any kind of important pieces of plastic, but only just the paper wrapping or the paper packaging themselves. That's 1. Oops, sorry. That's 2. And last but not least, we have red. Oh, red is peeking through to his plastic baggie, so I guess we're going to be taking a look at the Red Ranger first. As usual, the main leader of the Omega Rangers, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So here we do have the Omega Red Ranger. Let me just try to adjust him for the particular stream so that all of you guys can take a good look at him. Readjust the camera a little bit more, and then let's bring him a bit more closer. I guess that should be close enough. So here we do have the Omega Red Ranger. It kind of does look nice on camera itself. Let me just double check on your chat one more time. Let's see. You pre-ordered 2 Gundams during the start of the year. One of them arrived and the other one is still in delivery. Why did they come so late? I mean, were they of course they're pre-orders, so maybe that's why they came so late. Forgot their race was that. So basically they did a oopsie and whoopsie. Indeed, classic. They did do an oopsie and whoopsie. The plastic makes you feel like wanting to open it by just how it looks. Yeah, you do actually want to rip out that particular paper itself. It's not really plastic, but it's like paper. I heard this came out really well. Haven't heard of any QC issues. Yeah, actually they are quite well. I've already given a quick preview when I was unboxing it at my dealer shop, so they actually no QC issues for me so far. That's stunning. Indeed. Metaverse lining up. Oh, Metaverse liner. Okay, so that is the Gundams that you were talking about. So this one here, although we do not get some civilian hits, we do get some nice particular body molds for these Omega Rangers. Let's just take a look at it from the particular helmet's point of view. So this is the main helmet for Jason, the Omega Red Ranger. As you can see from his particular diamond or the triangle at the center of his particular helmet, his pattern is just a pure triangle for his helmet itself. So that is one thing that you should take note of. From over here, every single part of this particular figure has been molded. Most of the time I've seen people customize to make their own Omega Rangers, because if you can't really make your own molding, it'll be much more easier for you to paint the areas that you need to paint. So that is one thing that you can take note of. The particular shoulder pads, if I were to, this is slightly bit loose, a little bit scary. So if you take a look at his shoulder pad, this area here is a separate piece. How they basically do it is that you install these shoulder pads here, and then you put your hand just to block that particular hole, so your shoulder pad doesn't go anywhere else. But if you do try to rotate or articulate, the shoulder pads, they will get in the way of their own articulation. So the same thing goes for here as well. So this is what it would basically look like. Same thing goes for all of the other characters that would have shoulder pads. Shoulder pads, of course, does get in the way of certain articulation. I actually quite interested. Look at the type of gold that they use, or this looks more bronze than gold on the particular figure itself. So maybe in your copy it might look more gold, but this looks like but this looks more like a brownish or bronze-ish type of gold on the particular figure. Over here you do have a simple gray piece of plastic, but this gray piece of plastic actually is molded itself, so you can see all the particular patterns on the clothes, which is basically nice. Could it be missing some paint? I mean, there is a pattern here on the forearm that makes me think that, they might be missing some kind of paint there. If they're not, then I guess Hasbro really did do a good job. Over here we do have the morpher on the left hand of the figure. So the morpher is like a type of wristband, but it's not really a wristband, it's like a palm band kind of thing. So this is the particular morpher. It's just very obvious. It's out and about. Basically it's just shown out in the open. The main concept for this, based on the artists that created the Omega Rangers, is that since the Omega Rangers, they're all they're all working in space, or they are they're all patrolling the space. They're all patrolling space itself, so there's no reason for them to hide their identity, so that's why the morpher is very visible. Over here you do have a gold infused or bronze infused type of belt. The belt is, kinda movable, but it's basically just stuck in place over here. So this is what it basically looks like from the side, and this is how it looks like. And this is how it looks like from the back. The back itself is quite interesting. It is quite nice. And look at all these lovely patterns for the particular Omega Rangers design, which is very good. And of course you do get your standard Lightning Collection legs. Of course these legs are not these legs are your brand new standard, as they are the drop down hips. So hopefully these drop down hips, they don't get loose over time. Drop down hips, of course, they give you more range, more articulation, albeit a little bit more slightly, so it is kind of a hit or miss when it comes to the Lightning Collection. For the boots, well, the boots are basically quite your standard type of boots. Here itself is actually painted on, so I'm not going to use my fingernail to accidentally scratch off the particular gold, so you do have to be extra careful. But yeah, that's most likely it when it comes to the Omega Red Ranger. But one thing I did notice is that the body mold for the Omega Red Ranger is that he is much more slimmer. He is slimmer actually. So that is one thing to take note of, or that is one cool thing to take note of with regards to these new Omega Rangers. Let me double check with the chat here again. Maybe I missed something, a few. Let's see here. You post him fighting alongside. Oh, that's cool. Let's see. How is the Black Ninja Ranger doing in Legacy Wars? His Twin Slicer. Yeah, his Twin Slicer move is actually still quite slow. Classic. You love this figure. It looks so good. Yeah, indeed. He looks amazing. The suit kind of gives you Anubis vibes. Maybe. It looks a bit more Egyptian, right? Is that what you're trying to refer to? Yep, ancient Egyptian vibes for some reason. Perhaps. Well, maybe later. Assassin's Creed vibes. Oh, that is also a little bit if they include the particular hood. The arm wraps are supposed to be black, so it's accurate. Okay, that's good. Wish we got a C figure too. He was like the alpha. Is C the cat? I don't think I know this particular character's name. He's got that bakery dough. Nyat. Oh man, the paint apps are so good. Bro asserting dominance with the T-pose, indeed. I say they're more slimmer in the art and comics too, so more sleek like the regular Ranger suit. Okay, so maybe that's why they decide to go with this particular body mode. Let's see, do I have any other Lightning Collections laying around? Maybe not on my particular table. I should actually just prepare myself with all these particular figures over here. But if we were to take a look at a regular Hasbro type of figure, this is how it basically looks like. It's much more thicker, it's much more, beefier. So this is basically slimmer than your regular Lightning Collection sets or Lightning Collection action figures itself. Now, as usual, we don't get a civilian hit, but if in the event if you want to use any of your old civilian hits, you can. What you have to do is basically make the figure look up, make sure that the back of the helmet is, laying or resting at the back of the neck, and then when you just pop it out, it's just that easy. This is how easy it is when you want to replace the head of a Lightning Collection figure. The particular the neck of the figure is of course using the new type of body mold joints. This way you can kind of move the neck side to side. I can't really get a good grip on it. Let me just try to use my shirt over here. Yep. So this is how you basically move the neck side to side. So that way when you do your posing, and if your character were to look left and right, your character would then look much more natural when you are taking your particular pictures itself. And there we go. So the helmet itself is really quite good looking. It's really quite menacing as well. If we were to look at it from the side, or if we were to look at it all around the helmet, yeah, you can see they really did, they really spared no expense to try to make this figure look as accurate to the comics as possible. And of course, they really did mold on these particular patterns. So these patterns, they are not just painted on, they are molded on itself. So in the event if you were to chip off some of these particular paints, you still have a pattern to repaint them as well. So yeah, so there we go for the Omega Red Ranger. I think for this particular stream, since all of the accessories are all sharing one pack, I'll just open up the accessories when we see through all of the entirety of this whole set. So let's just take a look at Ranger number 2. That would be Blue, and that would be Kia. It's pronounced she. He was the robot pilot for the Omega Ranger ships. I think he was created by the emissaries. Oh, okay. I guess I'll have to check out that comic. Spider-Man Power the Power Rangers now. Yep, that is the Mark 1 Spidey, or the Spider Armor Mark number 1. I think there's already an existing hits for other figures. Yep, of course, there are. So if you need those existing hits, you can just try to obtain them if you can. Or I've seen a lot of people try to make custom hits, like 3D print those custom hits. So that is one thing to take note of. Wow, a lot of left arms are quite loose in this set, huh? Okay, so we do have Kia over here. So this would be Kia, the blue Omega Ranger. Currently around this timeline, she is considered a good person. Then let's basically check out the helmet comparison. Let's see here. Okay, so as you can see here, the main difference between all of these Omega Rangers helmet is the diamonds itself. For the female Rangers, the triangle is actually upside down. For the males, they're all actually pointed upwards. For Kia's respective design, the triangle is pointed down, but she does have an additional triangle on top in the middle as well. So in her comic book design, or in her civilian design, she does look like she has something in the middle of her forehead. So maybe this is meant to depict that in Ranger form. I'm not too sure. You can feel free to correct me in the event if I am wrong. Over here, you can still see that the particular helmet design is quite similar. Is quite similar to the Omega Red Ranger. So the rest of the helmet, other than the size difference, they are basically the same, with the only distinction being the triangle in the center of the particular forehead. Am I tripping, or is there something here? I think there might be something here. So if I zoom in to the helmet design here, if you can see the light reflection, there seems to be something underneath the triangle for the Red Ranger. So that, I think it's meant to be there, and it's supposed to be unpainted, because the 3D renders on the box also does show that something is over there. So yeah, I think that is quite cool. If that's meant to be there as it does, or as it is in the comics, then yeah, that is one plus point for Hasbro's design itself. So over here we do have Kia. This is of course using the new female body mold. Again, in the event if you do have a 3D printed or a customized Kia civilian head, all you need to do, again, lift the head up, make sure it's looking upwards, and then your thumb push and leverage it so that way you can pop the helmet off. Again, the neck is of course on a separate type of joint. You know, it's almost like a dumbbell joint, one over here, one at the bottom over here, so that way you can move everything else around quite nicely. For the shoulder pads for Kia, the same design as well. So if we were to take a look at it from this angle, yeah, so from this angle you can basically put the shoulder pads over here, and then the arm will be here. So in the event if your arm does actually pop out accidentally, this is how, that would be one way for you to remove the shoulder pad in the event if you're trying to make some kind of weird custom itself. For the gold on the figure, or the for the goldish or the bronze on the figure, it is still quite nice. It's still quite shiny, even though it's not as shiny as I would like, but it does give off some nice good reflection. For the blue, for her blue, I believe this is known as cyan. The color, her particular color is actually cyan, cyan blue. Very common for a lot of different types of different blue shades Ranger. And of course, you know, it kind of reminds me of her being the imposter amongst all of the Omega Rangers. So over here we are, so again we are able to see the particular arms and the armbands. They are properly painted on, including her weapon holding hand. You know, her weapon holding hand still does include a type of gold gloss or a gold trim right over here. There is a type of pattern for her knuckles, but it's not really painted that well. Yeah, there is a type of pattern over here, so I'm not too sure whether if it's meant to be painted or if it's you know, meant to just be right there also. Let's see here. Well, in the comics or in the box art, so in the box art it does show that the Red Ranger does have some kind of gold trim for around his fingers, but perhaps this is what it was meant to be. Perhaps this is what the gold trim is supposed to be. If not, then Hasbro did kind of miss out this particular area over here. Man, this review is going everywhere. We are comparing things front, left, right, and center. Oh well. Alright, Classic, you know, take care. Take care, all the best for your PTA meeting for tomorrow, and you know, all the best in life as well, yeah? Oh man. Yeah, I think they're the existing hits. I'll try to post them at the end. Yeah, of course I'll try to post them, and then I can use that as a what do you call it, like a thumbnail for the particular video. You never knew that? Yeah, true. Something about the Red Ranger helmet around your Power Ranger with the shape. Oh, with the star-shaped visor? Oh, you mean like Zeo Red? Yeah, the red gem is exclusive to a form. The cat doesn't have it. Oh, okay, that's cool. Alright. So that would be one cool thing about the Kia. about the Omega Blue Ranger. Again, here is her particular morpher. You know, it is nicely molded, I guess. You can kind of see some patterns around the morpher itself, so that one is good. For the back, you know, you do have some nice clean back, and baby also got back over here. And of course you do have your standard Lightning Collection legs with the standard articulation and the standard boots, with the gold paint trim around here. Of course, even though she's a female figure, she still does have some drop down hips, so you can still give her some quite incredible poses. My particular figure is a little bit loose over here, but luckily we do have some ratchet joints to prevent that looseness from actually interrupting with our particular poses. Her belt does have some minor issues over here, so that is one thing to take note of. Since we are looking at a female figure just like Kia, I guess it's time for us to take a look at Trini's figure. Let's just remove her from her particular paper prison. It's not plastic prison anymore, it's paper prison now. There for let's see, for who again? For Trini's particular design, more or less, I think they are using the exact same mold. You know, the exact same body mold that what Kia actually uses. Because there is, just by us taking a look at Kia's design, there really isn't much distinction between the two itself, other than the helmet. So all Hasbro really needs to do is just remake the same body mold and then just remake a new type of helmet. For her helmet, as you can see right here, the helmet design is literally quite similar. Or you could say the helmet design is the same indeed. The only difference here is that for the yellow triangle, it does have a little bit of paint over here just to distinguish between yellow and blue's helmet. If we were to take a look at the box art or the box render, yeah, it's supposed to have some kind of yellow stripe over here, similarly to the Black Ranger, but we'll get to him later. Of course, it still has the tiny little diamond over here, so I guess it's not really much of a Kia exclusive thing. Either that or it's just a female Omega Ranger thing. Because if we take a look at both of these particular helmets, they are, you know, literally 100% identical, only difference being that one looks blue and one looks yellow. If we were to take a look at it from the side, you know, all of the particular patterns, they are still molded on. Oops. They are molded on, and they are of course nicely painted on as well, which is quite cool. Let's see here. So the thing about Trini, or let's say one thing about Trini's Omega Ranger's helmet look, kind of reminds me of I think it was Jet Owl, the yellow Jetman type of Ranger, where it's like an owl design. So this kind of looks like an owl design. I guess the main reason for that is because the particular triangle on the helmet does look like a beak of the owl, so it kind of looks like that. Maybe that's where they got their inspiration from. So over here, of course, we still do get the same thing, the same issue or the same condition as to how the shoulder pads are made or how the shoulder pads are installed. This time, however, the shoulder pads, you know, if we were to move it up, this is what it will basically look like, as it does hinder the articulation. All of the particular bands, they are nicely molded and they are nicely painted as well. No complaints here, no QC issues there. Here is a closer look at the morpher. Yeah, the morpher here does actually looks quite awesome. So let's just see. Let's see here. Okay, I think I found one particular issue. I guess this is some kind of glue issue with relation to the particular figure. So if you do have some kind of sandpaper, you actually can kind of sand that down in a way. For the belt is, let's see, for the belt of these two, they are the exact same kind of belts. So yeah, so that one is good to know. And of course, we do have our standard Lightning Collection legs and boots. This time yellow, and of course the gold trim. And drop down hips. Last but not least, let's take a look at Black. Let's take a look at Zack, the Black Omega Ranger. Well, I really like Zack's Omega Ranger's design. I guess the main thing is that we are so, for me especially, I am so used to how it looks like, how it looks from the Power Rangers Legacy Wars video game. So that is one thing to take note of. His helmet does feel a little bit bigger, but maybe it's just like a type of optical illusion. Let's see. Oh, let's compare it side by side. Yeah, they're almost, I think they are exactly the same. Kinda. I suppose the main reason being is that since the helmet is black itself, it does cover up the gunmetal stripe on the helmet, so thus making the helmet look slightly bigger than the Red Rangers. Oops. So if I were to put them side by side, do you guys see this optical illusion, or is it just me? As for his particular triangular diamond on the forehead, it does have a little bit of gold paint on it, so which is also good. A good way to distinguish the helmet design for gold and red. Yeah, I guess that's one easy way that Boom that the creators of these Omega Rangers from Boom decide, if all the helmets are similar, why don't we just make, the both males literally the same helmet with the triangle, just add some kind of small distinction on the triangle itself, and then have the girls have the exact same kind of helmet design, but of course having yellow have a nice gold trim just to differentiate between the two of them. So yeah, so that way it gives Hasbro a much easier time to make the figures without spending too much money. Because I would assume that, if they were to make this figure, all they needed to do was to make 2 body molds, repaint them, and of course make some unique weapons. And I don't think the weapons, the weapon making department would be that costly. So of course this one is your regular, your Omega Ranger Black, your Omega Black Ranger, that which is Zack Taylor. Everything else is basically the same as you would have seen from the red Omega Ranger as well. I really do like the nice combination of gray and gold over here, similarly to the other Rangers. But one small minor gripe that I have here is that I don't think the black on this particular figure is dark enough or glossy enough. It almost looks like he is just a plain gray Ranger. So that is one downside that, I have to mention. Because if we were to so let's say if we were to take a look at the product shots at the back, just by turning it upside down, if we were to take a look at the particular product shots, we can kind of see the difference between the shade of black on Omega Black as well as the shade of gray. On action figure form, there's almost no difference, if you know what I mean. Like if I look at the boots, well, the boots, it's a definite obvious difference. The boots, your standard Lightning Collection boots, but painted in black, and of course it does have the gold trim. And if you look at the the legs, the gray legs itself, you can see a clear distinction. However, if I were to take a look at the body itself, the body isn't as black colored as I would like, if you know what I mean, because it really does look like a lighter shade of black or a lighter shade of gray, or an even lighter shade of gray as compared to the the standard body gray itself. So yeah, correct me if I'm wrong or not, or I'm not sure if this is the same with the other types of Omega Rangers itself. Do you know what movie series that they did bring Power Rangers from other series for an all-out war? I think for that one would just be either Gokaiger or Super Mega Force. They brought some Rangers from other series and then joined in for a proper war. So that one is Gokaiger or the Super Mega Force series. If you're just looking for the team ups, well, almost every season they all do have a particular special team up episode. You're planning to watch that, but you don't know the name. Yeah, that. Oh, okay, so I guess we are in agreement, Megadon. Okay, so I guess that one should be it with regards to Zack. Now let's take a look at all of the extra accessories. So all the accessories, they're all packed up in this nice little baggie. Just be careful when you're dropping everything out, because some accessories might drop out. Some accessories might roll off the table, and if you do have a carpeted floor, you might basically lose them, or they might disappear in your particular carpet floor itself. So let's just take a look at Red's accessories first. All of the accessories are all down here, which is quite nice, or which is quite good, so we can address them all one by one. Number one, we do have the oops, hello, zoom in, yep, focus. We do have the fists for the Red Ranger, nicely molded, nicely painted, no issues over here. Yeah, I think that is the gold trim for the fist area itself. So maybe it's the comic book rendering or the front box rendering that's slightly a bit wrong. We do have another set of male fists here. That would be for the Omega Black Ranger. Focus, focus, focus. Hello. Okay, so we do. Oops, so now we're all focused. Here you can kind of see nicely how the particular morpher design actually looks like, which is cool. And you can still see the difference between the two shades of gray, or the two shades of black on the arm itself. So yeah, the Black Rangers body mold, you know, they I think they messed up with the paint on the particular figure. Here we do have yellow. We do have yellow's fists, so it's quite standard, quite easy if it can be focused. Okay, so over here, you know, this one is this one is Yellow Ranger's fist, and if we were to keep that fist here, we do have Cyan's fist over here. So more or less, it's just the same mold, honestly. With regards to the Rangers that Hasbro made for the Omega Rangers release, I guess they just decided to take the easy way out, you know, make the body mold the same, the hand accessories, the hand design the same as well. You know, if we were to take a look at Red's hand, his finger does look slightly bit out, so it's almost as if he's gonna have some kind of blaster attack, right? And then if we take a look at Black, he does have the same type of hand accessory, right? If we look at his left arm, or the left hand, shooting arm, or, you know, finger in the position where you can shoot some kind of weapon. Same thing else for the Red Ranger here as well. I do have Time Force Blue's gun weapon over here. So if I were to put the weapon inside the weapon holding hand, let's just see how it looks like for a bit, so you can understand what I mean by Hasbro just decide to make things much more easier this time around, since they're gonna go on hiatus soon. So why not just release out something as a final cash grab? Okay, there we go. So, you know, with the blaster type of the finger blasting type of hand mold, it will fit nicely for any kind of blaster type of weapon. Yeah, so that is one thing to take note of as well. Okay, so let's take a look at his main weapon. So his main weapon is a katana, or a samurai sword, which is just a single blade or a single sword itself. I mean, it's kind of cool, you know, Jason from having a power sword to a katana design type of sword, so that one is kind of awesome. But sadly, you know, this katana does not have a sheath. I would actually like to see this katana to have some kind of sheath itself, which is kind of awesome. It's awesome, and yet it's still kind of basic. The effect piece that comes with the katana is the exact same effect piece that we have seen before. All you basically need to do is just align the katana between all of these holes on the effect piece slowly, one by one. You know, in, out, those kind of design here. And then that way, whenever you are posing him with the weapon, it looks like he is using some kind of very strong attack. Yeah, so that's how you can put the effect piece on. Try not to leave the effect piece on the weapon for too long when you're trying to pose it, because the change in temperature in your particular display room, if it gets hot, the silver paint might get caught. The silver paint of the katana might get caught on the effect piece itself. So that is one thing to take note of. Okay, so that one is for Red. Let me just double check on the chat before we move on to someone else. Let's see. Hey, Chance! Welcome to the stream. It's been a while. Watch Super Psycho Battle. Oh, okay, that's the one. Alright. If a part falls, there's 50-50 chance for it to be banished into the back room. Oh, are you I was thinking they might be banished to the Shadow Realm. Bro, please tell me I watched the new Power Rangers movie. What? Which Power Rangers movie are you referring to? Are you talking about Once and Always? Are you talking about the 2017 movie? Because that is also considered as a movie. Yeah, this set really is a final cash grab. Should have been the Hyperforce Rangers. Wow. That actually is an interesting concept, but the Hyperforce Rangers, since not many people know of their existence, maybe it might not sell well. So having them to be a Hasbro Pulse exclusive that actually is a smart move if they actually do that. Yeah, you don't think that his sheath, yeah, you don't think he has a sheath? Yeah, exactly, it's a cool design, and it's such a shame that he doesn't come with a sheath. Maybe he means Power Rangers Unworthy Psycho Menace. Maybe. I saw it appear in my recommendations, but I actually haven't clicked on it yet. So maybe I'll check it out after the stream. Up next, we do have Kia's Trident. If you're not too sure what kind of element she is, let's hope that this particular trident would be a clear indication of what element she controls. I kind of like how it does have a gold pommel at the end of the trident itself. The trident still is, using some dull gold paint as well as a little bit of white here. Yeah. Similarly, Kia, I had more enjoyment with her when she appeared in the video game known as Power Rangers Legacy Wars, also another type of content that I actually make. In the event that you are new here, you can go check that out. But one thing's for sure, the trident is kinda short. Yeah, that is one little downside. So I can't even have her, rest the trident on the floor, and even if I do, this is how it basically looks like. So Hasbro, what's up with this? Why did you not extend her trident to be a little bit longer, and why didn't the spikes, kind of look a little bit more bigger, or a little bit bigger? That is a small disappointment, just a small minor one. Maybe for other people it's a bigger disappointment itself. Here we do have the effect piece. I could have sworn this effect piece is the exact same one that we have gotten from the Astronomer set. Maybe it's a little bit warped, or it's just like a little bit different. But one thing's for sure is that how you can actually put this in is that from the top you can make the trident drop, and then just slide it all the way through. So this is where you'll be able to slide it through. This is the tail end. This is the tail end of the effect piece, where you can kind of, fit the trident inside this particular area here. And then, of course, this is how you'll be able to use the effect piece for the particular trident, which is kind of cool. Maybe it is the exact same effect piece, maybe it's not. I think the main reason why I'm doubting myself is probably because it's been in the paper baggie for so long that the effect piece is kind of warped. So yeah, so that's how you can actually, insert the trident inside of the particular effect piece, which is kind of cool. So up next we do have Mjolnir, or Trini's Mjolnir, Trini's version of Mjolnir. So this is the hammer for the Omega Yellow Ranger. I was thinking about something, like if Trini's character does become a skin in Legacy Wars, you'll just be using the Ram Rush of the Hyperforce Yellow and just redo the particular design as well. So that is kind of a bummer if if the Legacy Wars team kind of does it that way. So of course this one has a very long, hammer. This is the pommel at the end. This is what the edge of, or the tip of the hammer basically looks like. It is kind of awesome, and it's kind of good too. So order. So this one is this one is a very good looking hammer. It's a simple grey plastic on top with a little bit of yellow highlights, and of course the particular pommel, or the handle, is a gold molded type of plastic here. Having the Ranger hold the hammer is quite easy. You can see how it can easily slip inside of it. If you want her to dual wield it, you can do so as well. Let's just adjust her arm over the weapon. Yep. So if you want her to dual wield the hammer, you can actually do so. Yeah, so that one is quite cool. For the effect piece, well, the effect piece itself, right? It's like a cap for the hammer. Okay, so you can see there is a tiny little bit of a pattern inside, some kind of extra protection for the hammer when it's hammering time. And then you can just simply rests the hammer inside of it, because you can't exactly adjust it. Oh, I guess I just did. So you can put the you can kinda put the effect piece wrapping around the hammer, right? So that is one thing that you can do, and then it doesn't really, it's not really so much of a snug fit. So in the event if you're letting the yellow Omega Ranger to hold the hammer, just make sure you're holding it like this. Hopefully the weight of the effect piece is not too heavy that it might accidentally bend or snap your particular handle. But if not, you can just have the Yellow Ranger to have the Yellow Ranger put the hammer down, if you know that reference. So putting the hammer down like this, and then if she were to hold it based on her respective pose, then that's how you would, or that's how I would recommend you posing it that way. But yeah, not a bad effect piece, but it's just like a almost translucent hard helmet for the particular hammer. Oh man, let's just double check on the chat, shall we? Let's just see here. Yep, exactly. The trident weapon is quite good. It's just too bad it's that short and a little bit slim. It's not a trident, that's a poking stick. Exactly. It's like a over exaggerated fork. Is the Tyrannostaff bigger or around the same size? Actually, the Tyrannostaff is bigger. The Tyrannostaff for the Lightning Collection, it actually does reach Connor's head. So that is one thing that I'm quite surprised as to why they didn't have the trident to be as long or as life size with the other type of alongside with the Ranger that it comes with. So that is just too bad in general. Over here we do have the Black Scythe, or the Omega Ranger Scythe. Oh, there is one cool thing about these scythes. Let me just show you a little bit more later. So here are the particular scythe itself. Reminds me of Raphael's. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Raphael's weapon, the nunchuck type of scythe. So I guess these are the num scythes, or the scythe chucks. It depends on how you want to do. It depends on how you want to call it that. The whole thing here, molded in black plastic with a little bit of bronze paint, and of course the silver scythe blade itself. But one thing that I just noticed is that although the chains, they are made out of a solid solid silver plastic, a little bit bendable, so kind of cool. Not like the Raphael's nunchucks effect pieces or weapon accessories, but I can actually rotate it, which is cool. So which means these scythes, they should, yep, exactly. So these scythes, you can actually separate them from the chain. So I'm not too sure whether is that a feature that you see before in the comics, but this actually would be kind of cool. Let's see what design on this side would be. Oh, it's actually still, it's actually still the same. At first I thought if we remove the chain part, you can kind of combine the scythes together. That would have been a cool feature, even though if it might not be comic accurate, but I guess the fans would honestly appreciate that if that was the case. Sadly though, these weapons, they don't combine, I think. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't recall them from combining from the comics itself. As for the effect piece, this would be the effect piece that it comes with. It does come in a set of two. A set of two itself. At first I thought these effect pieces, they are the exact same one that we get from Ninja Tommy, the Foot Ninja Clan Tommy, but after taking a look at it, and after checking with the one that came with Tommy, I don't think they are itself. So simple as that, you just slide them all in. Not the other way around though, because you can't slide the whole thing in properly. So the inside of it is also molded to the scythe's design as well. So if I were to, I can't really put the swishing part down, if you know what I mean. So that's the main downside. But yeah, this one is kind of a cool thing altogether. Oh man, this particular Omega Ranger set is quite interesting. we did discover quite a lot of things for this particular set. So let me try to pose these figures while I chat with all of you for a bit. Hey, welcome back, Galaxy. Let's see here. How did they mess up? Yeah. They're called Kamas? You mean these? These are officially known as Kamas? Huh. You learn something new every day. Yeah, we actually do need more combining weapons. What you missed, we just covered these particular weapons. And we've also just covered the hammer as well. So that is what you missed, Galaxy. Let's see here. Combining weapons. The combining weapons that we have so far is just the Mighty Morphin's signature weapons. The Ninja Turtle versions of those weapons. So that one is quite cool. Let's see how we can pose this. Oops. Let's see how we can pose him here. I honestly never pegged Jason to be a samurai-esque type of ranger. Oh, one cool thing about the Lightning Collection is that you actually can have the character to dual wield. So if I want to do it like this, I can. I can do that. So that one is something that I like about the rangers themselves. Let's try to pose them without scratching off some paint, shall we? So here we do have the Red Ranger posing quite nicely. So while I'm posing all of this, feel free to chat around in the chat as well while I try to prepare what I want to say about each particular channel's update. Yeah, it's a real martial arts weapons. The Kurisarigama. Kurisarigama is when it's only one scythe, but with two they're called Kamas. Okay. That's good to know. Okay, so since Kia, since Kia, her trident is quite small, so let's just try to pose it so that way it's not too obvious. I'm trying to pose it in such a way where it's similar to the Legacy Wars pose, if you know what I mean. Where she just, twists and twirls around with her trident weapon. Man, a 4-ranger team. That really is quite interesting. Plus, with the Death Ranger being the 6th ranger too. Let's see here. How can we try to give Trini to put the hammer down for this particular type of posing? Oh, it's 11 o'clock already. We've been streaming for an hour. Wow, okay. And my battery is still alive. So recently I've just changed my what's the word? Recently I have just changed my phone battery after 3 years of using the stock battery. So that one is probably the reason why my phone battery is still alive after streaming for an hour. Yeah, so no more end time interruption. I guess this one would be kind of a nice pose for hammer time. Yeah. A lot of times when it comes to the Lightning Collection poses, it's very different for the particular legs. Let's see here. Depending on what people say. Will I be watching Gundam Seed Freedom movie when it comes out? Oh, maybe for me too. Depending on what people say, feel like they're just milking Seed because people like it so much. I thought not many people liked Seed. I thought it was like a little bit of a mess when it came out. That's why they had to make a season 2 or something. Or maybe season 2 was the one that kind of made people, a little bit iffy about the season altogether. I haven't seen both versions of Gundam Seed, so I'm not too sure whether if what I'm saying is proper or not. Maybe if I were to pose the figure like this, perhaps? I the idea of Zack having these kamas, and these kamas are not hard plastic, you can see the type of poses that I can make with it now. You can see how, over here, I can put the chain around the back of the particular figure. So that is quite cool. But I'm trying to make sure that he poses in such a way where, he's properly using these almost like nunchucks. Reminds me of yeah, let's just see here. Model Kits is Chef Kiss. Yep, exact. I agree with that too, because for the Model Kit, it is a build type of Gundam. Sorry, a strike type of Gundam. So just like the Build Fighter series, they use the strike body mold, right? So that is a cool thing for us to get used to. Okay, I think this might be a good design. Sorry, a good type of pose. I'm not too sure though. But where am I going to put Zack, eh? Zack's ready to do some slice and dicing. Okay, so if that's the case, Trini gets to slide here for a bit. Kia would have to slide. I want to get her trident in the picture, but, maybe if I put it like this. Okay, red will be here, and then, oops, and then black right behind him. I guess one downside is that the feet aren't really that stable. Oh well. Okay, so we are ready to go. Oops, and there goes Kia. That is gonna be quite a busy thing for us to handle for a bit. Okay, well, I guess her dropping on the table kind of readjusted her trident for a bit. Just a little bit. Okay, I guess this would be a nice type of look to it. Or a nice type of pose to it. Maybe if I switch Kia with Trini, perhaps this one might make it look a little bit better. So Kia's right here, Trini's right here with a hammer. And then if I move Zack a little bit too... Oh, careful. Don't drop, otherwise we're going to be here for a while. Just adjust his head. Maybe that would be much easier. Okay, Kia can stand in the back for a bit. Trini is losing balance. Yeah, posing figures is not that easy. In case you all did not know. Okay, I guess this is... this basically would be the main thumbnail of the particular video. Yeah, that took a while, so sorry about that. And of course, I'm gonna have to do this all over again. Okay, so a little bit of a channel update. Currently things are gonna slow down for a little bit in terms of both video game content as well as live stream content, and of course figure review content itself. I am slowly leveling up in terms of my career, like IRL work career, and of course that would basically take time away from me making content online as well. So that is one thing to take note of. But of course, I will try to post as much as I can on the particular channel, on my little 3,000 subscriber channel. So that is one cool thing that you can take note of. Maybe like a little bit of a figure review once a month, or maybe even a video game kind of content almost weekly. So one video every weekend. Hopefully I get to do that. And yeah, and of course, if I do get some extra time in terms of trying to make some kind of live stream content, I'll do that as well, so everyone gets a little bit of everything in terms of this. Let me just double check here. Turn a watch list. Okay, that's good. Looks goofy. Hell yeah. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks a lot, Megadon. It's all good. Yeah, that's good to hear as well. So yeah, hopefully things work out in terms of my career for my IRL work. And basically, as you slowly level up in life, you would have to, readjust some priorities, up, down, left, and right itself. But of course, I am still a kid at heart, which is why my channel name is known as KIDM the Man. That is what it's meant to depict itself. So you are a kid at heart, but you are still a man. Doesn't matter your particular type of gender. Man is a particular type of race also. Yeah, something like that. If you can bend that particular type of definition itself. So yeah, I really do. In a way, I am still going to be making content. It's just that it's not going to be so frequent. I'm still going to be making model kits. I'm going to review them as well because someone has to. I will still be doing some live streams. Maybe I might do a live stream of me making a Gundam model kit or any kind of model kits in general. So that is one thing for you to take note of. I do have this nice model kit over here that I got from Gundam Yokohama, or the Gundam factory itself. So this one is the RX78F00. I'll slowly post a picture of it later on after the stream, so maybe we can just work together or enjoy a nice model kit building stream as well. So that one is something that we can also do during any time when I conduct a particular live stream on the channel. So yeah, we can do all kinds of different type of content. I guess the main idea or the main reason as to why I'm telling you this is that the regular content for anything else, that one would just basically slow down as it takes a lot of time. Nonetheless, one of you guys are awesome editors. But even at the same time also, even if you guys are editors, you're still going to need my voice to make the particular type of review. So yeah, so that one is the main channel update itself. So for anyone who actually is, checking out the live stream and you're just only checking it out for the channel updates, I'm just I apologize in advance, or I apologize a little bit late as to why I put the channel updates at the end, since most people watch the live streams for the figure reviews itself. So that is one good thing that you guys can take note of as well. Hell yeah, thank you. By the time I'm fully back, the Lightning Collection hiatus will be over. Exactly. So the honestly speaking, the hiatus for me personally, for my position, the hiatus came at the correct time, or the hiatus came at a right time. Now that it's slowing down for a year, I can focus on myself for a year, on my career and life aspects for a year itself. So yeah, that one is a blessing in disguise in a way. And I'm sure every other different type of content creator who also uses the Lightning Collection, they can use this year to improve themselves and to do some kind of self-reflection. You know what I mean? Something like that. Yeah. Is the factory version? Exactly. That is the factory version from the Yokohama Gundam factory. You watch for both? That's cool. That's awesome, man. Yeah, honestly, thank you all so much for the support for the past 3 years since the Lightning Collection came out. I would not be here where I am right now if not for my toy dealer who is, willing to go over and above to help get the figures to the country of Malaysia. even though there are other dealers as well. So yeah, so that is one good thing about it. Again, if it wasn't for Dino Thunder White having the factory error issue, again, I still would not be well known in the Lightning Collection community. So yeah, so thank you all so much for that. Yeah, I guess that one should be it in terms of the updates, and you know, me thanking each and every one of you, all of you guys, you know, Megadong, Galaxy, Classic, you know, Boba Fett, Boba as well, or anyone else who joins me on my live streams. You know, thank you guys for keeping me company when I am making these type of live streams as well. Any one of you lurkers over here, you know, for all you guys who lurk around my particular live stream, you know, thank you so much for joining in as well. This is one way that I can quickly get content out to all of you when, you know, life is getting busy and I'm not able to put out content in the traditional way. Because I guess for me, just like MMPR, just like Bruno from MMPR Toys, I suppose I do have a certain type of standard with regards to the type of content that I put out. And I guess the main reason as to why these figures, I always move the figures around. So that way, you know, if I don't move them around, I might as well just post a picture of them and just talk about them in the review, right? So yeah, so that is one thing to take note of as well. Okay, so we have been streaming for an hour and 15 minutes. I guess this one is kind of a long time or a long stream, so slowly everyone is also dropping out of this. Yep, yeah, Bruno, Mia, and Jerry, yep, exactly. I also love all three of them as well. Kind of sad how one of their pets is, you know, growing older and not really in a good position. So yeah, so all the best to them going through that stage in their life as well. So yeah, thank you all, each and every one of you, so much for all of the support you gave me for the past 3 years. And hopefully when I return, or when I do make up any kind of content, it would be, how to say, it would actually be up to par, or it would be a very good type of content. I'll try to make it as nice or as good as best as I can. Yep. Okay, so this is the Omega Rangers, and this one is the particular that would be the end of the channel update. I guess the next time I see you would probably be another live stream when I'm reviewing some of the backlog items that I haven't gotten yet, or when I make a review of a certain model kit that I am currently building. And hopefully that comes out during Christmas. I think it will come out during Christmas. I guess that would be the main plan. I will make a type of video for Christmas. Yeah, so do look out. Also, you know, do look forward to that one itself. So yeah, I guess without further ado, that should be it for today's review. Thank you all so much for joining in. I, you know, can't thank you enough, honestly. I have a good time doing these live streams for each and every one of you as well. So, I guess that should be it. This is KID and the Man, and I'll see you all next time. Bye! Yeah, I think that's most likely the end of the main outro if I were to make a highlight of this particular live stream itself. But yeah, but seriously though, bye. I am going to sign off and continue building the particular model kit that I'm talking about. Alright, see you guys. Thank you all so much for joining in. Ciao!